Do you have pots of orchids with withered, shriveled leaves and don't know how to help the plant stay green? Today I will share a very simple but super effective natural fertilizer formula, which will help your orchids not only have strong roots, shiny green leaves, but also continuously bud, bloom longer and more brilliantly than ever. This is the secret I have successfully applied, and I am sure that any orchid lover will want to try it right after seeing it. Let's get started. When caring for orchids that are in a weak state, with yellow, wilted and shriveled leaves, we need to be very careful. After the plant has exhausted its flowering, the flowers have withered and the leaves have begun to shrivel. The plant is often visibly weakened. The old substrate, usually pine bark, also needs to be replaced. After a long time, the growing medium is susceptible to moss and mold growth, hindering the ability to breathe and causing root rot. We need to gently remove the entire old growing medium, removing the degraded parts. At this time, the first step is to check the root system. Some roots have been damaged and dried up due to a long period of lack of water and nutrients, while others remain but are quite weak. The main reason is due to improper care, leading to the plant no longer having enough strength to grow. With damaged or infected roots, we will remove them. This is an important step for the orchid to have a foundation to recover and grow again. In the next step, we will proceed to prune and remove damaged parts on the orchid. First, any roots that are rotten, dry, or completely damaged need to be cut off cleanly to avoid spreading to healthy roots. For the dried flower stalks after the flowering season, we do not need to keep them anymore. Removing the dried flower stalks will help the plant lighten the stem, focusing nutrients on the leaves and roots to recover. Next, the yellowed, shriveled leaves that are no longer able to photosynthesize should also be removed. However, with the leaves that are only slightly wilted, we temporarily keep them for care, because they can still participate in the plant's recovery process. After completing the pruning and removing the damaged parts, we will take the plant outside to continue the next steps to help the plant recover quickly. In the next step, we will clean the orchid with clean water. This is a very important step, especially when the plant has just gone through a period of mold or dirt accumulation for a long time. Use a clean water hose to gently spray the entire stem, leaves, and roots of the plant. The water will help wash away dirt, mold, and impurities that are still stuck on the surface. Thanks to that, the leaves will become airy, clean, and the roots will also be freed to absorb nutrients more easily. For leaves that have been moldy or dry, after being washed, they will quickly restore their ability to breathe and photosynthesize. This is the basic step to help the plant revive healthily. So we have completed the cleaning step for the orchid. Next, we will take the plant out to proceed with the next steps of treatment and care. In the next step, we will prepare the ginger solution to treat the orchid. Then, cut the ginger into thin slices so that the nutrients, especially ginger essential oil and antibacterial compounds, can easily dissolve when soaked or crushed. This is a very good natural ingredient, helping to disinfect, sterilize, and stimulate the orchid's roots to grow healthily. Next, we will put the sliced ginger into a clean glass jar. The glass jar will help preserve and ferment the ginger safely without being affected by external impurities. Next, we will add 1 liter of clean water. This ratio is considered standard, just enough to extract the valuable active ingredients in ginger, helping the solution to disinfect, stimulate roots, and increase the orchid's resistance. Then, we will add 3 teaspoons of sugar to the solution. If you have sugarcane juice or molasses available, it is even better. We can replace it to increase the effectiveness. Sugar or molasses acts as a natural source of nutrients, helping to activate the fermentation process while providing energy for beneficial microorganisms, thereby supporting orchid roots to absorb nutrients better. After preparation, we will cover the jar tightly and place it in a cool place, away from direct sunlight. This ginger solution needs to be incubated for about 3 months for the fermentation process to take place completely. Here I have prepared a jar of fermented ginger that has been incubated for 3 months before, and now it can be used immediately for orchid care. After 3 months, when the solution has fermented, a thin white layer often appears on the surface, emitting the characteristic aroma of fermented ginger. At that time, we can use it. Next, we will prepare a clean glass jar. Then, take the fermented ginger water GR ginger that has been brewed for 3 months, ensuring it has a characteristic aroma and a standard glaze layer. Next, measure exactly 20 milliliters of GR ginger solution. Then pour it directly into the prepared glass jar. Next, we will prepare 1 liter of clean water and pour it directly into the glass jar with the GR ginger solution. This step helps dilute the fermented ginger solution, creating a safe, benign nutrient that is easy for orchids to absorb. The amount of water needs to be precise to ensure the right concentration, avoiding shock to the roots and leaves of the orchid. Next, we will add 3 spoons of clean rice to the solution bottle. Rice contains rice bran oil, B vitamins, and important minerals such as potassium and phosphorus, which are natural nutrients that help orchids recover quickly, green leaves, root, and stimulate long-lasting flowers. After adding the rice, we will stir the solution to dissolve the nutrients, preparing for the next incubation step. Next, we will cover the jar tightly and place the solution in a cool place. After 1 day of incubation, the solution has begun to naturally ferment. At this time, the clear water and the residue will clearly separate. We will filter the clear water of GRG ginger rice, rich in dissolved nutrients, and remove the residue to avoid affecting the care process. Thus, we have a clean, pure solution, ready to use for watering and spraying nutrients for orchids, helping the plant to quickly recover, root strongly, and have beautiful green leaves. First, we prepare a clean cup, scoop out the ginger GE solution combined with fermented rice water. Then, use a soft cotton pad to absorb the solution and gently wipe it over the entire leaf surface. Wipe the top surface helps remove dirt and mold, creating a clean and shiny leaf surface. Wipe the bottom surface, cleans pathogens, and opens the stomata, helping the leaves to easily absorb nutrients. The ginger GE solution and fermented rice water also bring dual benefits. Supplement beneficial bacteria, enhance the natural resistance of orchids. Inhibit harmful fungi, help plants recover quickly and develop sustainably. When completed, we have helped the orchid leaves to be clean, airy, and absorb maximum nutrients, from which the plant will revive and grow stronger. In the next step, we will put the orchid in a small tray. Place the orchid root neatly in the tray to prepare for the nutrient soaking process. Then, we will add a nutrient solution including ginger ghee, fermented rice water combined with a dissolved amount of synthetic fertilizer into the tray. The entire root system and orchid root will be soaked in this solution to help the plant directly absorb the necessary nutrients. The soaking process should be maintained for about 25 minutes for the orchid roots to absorb the maximum. Then we will lift the plant out, helping the orchid recover quickly and grow healthier. In the next step, we will put the orchid in the garden and continue to care for it with the remaining nutrient solution. We scoop a cup of nutrient solution including ginger GE and rice water. Then use a soft cotton pad soaked in this solution to wipe the orchid leaves. When wiping the top of the leaf, dirt will be removed, helping the leaf to be clean and shiny. And when wiping the underside, all mold and harmful bacteria will be washed away. At the same time, the stomata will open, helping nutrients penetrate deep into the leaf tissue and transmit to the whole plant. Thanks to that, the orchid will absorb nutrients better. The leaves become thick, hard, green, increase antibacterial and antifungal ability, and at the same time maintain beneficial microorganisms on the leaf surface. After completing the cleaning and adding nutrients through the leaves, the next step is to fertilize directly to the orchid roots for comprehensive and sustainable development. In the next step, we will proceed to water the nutrients directly into the base and roots of the orchid. Water evenly around the base so that the entire root system is absorbed, helping the plant grow and develop healthily. During this period, a reasonable care schedule is to periodically add nutrients every 2 weeks by soaking the pot in the solution for about 20 minutes. Then lift the plant out to let the roots air out. In addition, on normal days, we need to maintain watering and spraying light mist to balance the humidity for the plant, avoiding drought or water. At the same time, it is necessary to place the plant in a place with full natural light but not too harsh, helping the photosynthesis process to take place smoothly, thereby creating thick green leaves, strong root development, and the plant achieving lasting vitality as well as stable flowering ability. After soaking the orchid in a homemade nutrient solution made from kitchen ingredients for about 25 minutes, we will remove the plant from the pot. At this time, we will see that the orchid root tips have bloomed and are healthy and white, proving that the root system has begun to absorb nutrients very well. This is an important signal that the plant will grow strongly again. The leaves will gradually become green, shiny, healthy, and promise sustainable development. Next, we will take the plant out and replant it with a new, cleaner and more airy substrate, creating optimal conditions for the roots to continue to grow and the plants to recover quickly. In the next step, we will take the orchid out to replant. The growing medium used is pine bark, but before use it needs to be cleaned to remove mold and harmful bacteria. Next, we choose a pot with good drainage holes, helping air circulate and keep the roots airy. First, put a layer of growing medium at the bottom of the pot, then place the orchid neatly in the middle. Continue to add pine bark around, gently press so that the gaps are filled evenly, the roots are firmly fixed. When finished, we gently tap the pot wall so that the growing medium settles down, hugging the roots. Thus, the orchid has been planted stably in a new pot, ready for the care and recovery process. In the next step, we will cover the surface of the pot with a thin layer of moss. This layer of moss has a natural moisturizing effect, helping the orchid roots stay cool and maintain stable humidity, thereby helping the roots grow healthier. Thus, our orchid has been completely planted in a new pot. The substrate is clean, the roots are firmly fixed, and there is a layer of moisture-retaining coating. This is a solid foundation for the plant to continue to grow and develop strongly. When the substrate is dry, we spray mist to keep the leaves and roots moist. Normally, we will water the orchid once every 2 days to help the plant stay healthy. If there is any remaining nutrient solution from rice water and ginger GR, we can use it to water directly on the roots and roots. This helps to supplement nutrients, maintain humidity, and stimulate strong plant growth, strong roots, thick green leaves, and strong. During this stage, the orchid should be placed in a cool place with circulating wind and gentle light, avoiding direct sunlight. This is the ideal environment for the plant to photosynthesize, develop stably, and limit the risk of leaf burn. After 4 weeks of care, we can see that our orchid has clearly recovered. The previously weak leaves have now become thicker, stronger, and started to turn a healthy green color. Thanks to that, although the orchid was initially very weak, with proper care and natural nutrients from the kitchen, the plant has strongly revived. When checking the roots, we see that the new root system is growing very well, white and strong and firmly attached to the substrate. Once the orchid has strong roots, the plant will quickly regain strength, develop stably, and recover completely. During this period, the leaves and roots develop in parallel. The plant will gradually change color to become greener. We continue to maintain care with organic nutrients, which not only help the plant grow well but are also environmentally friendly. Continue to mix nutrients with the formula as in the video to provide more nutrients for the plant. First, we take the prepared nutrient water, pour it into a spray bottle and spray it directly onto the leaves. This method of foliar fertilization helps the plant absorb quickly. Nutrients penetrate through the leaf cells, then flow down to the roots, thereby stimulating the root system to grow stronger. When spraying on the leaves, we simultaneously clean the dirt and remove mold on the surface. In addition, we need to water the nutrient water directly into the roots, substrate and root system. The roots will absorb nutrients, transport them to the leaves, helping the plant photosynthesize effectively and grow healthily. Then, place the plant in a ventilated area with diffused light and shade so that the plant can adapt naturally, avoiding direct sunlight. In addition to regular fertilization every 2 weeks, on normal days we only need to spray clean water to keep moist. Thanks to that, the plant always maintains a balanced humidity, grows green, healthy and has few pests. What do you think about this little orchid care? Well, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. I would love to hear your feedback and experiences. I hope this video will help you take better care of your orchids at home. If you find it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on upcoming simple and natural orchid care tips.